Is the Capital One Venture X card still worth it in 2023? Let's take an objective look at the card and see what we get. Now, there is an annual fee of $395 on the card, but let's see if the benefits far outweigh the cost of $395. First things first, let's talk about the sign-up bonus. Now, for as long as I can remember, the sign-up bonus was always 75,000 Capital One miles after spending $4,000 in your first 3 months. This is actually a pretty generous offer. And since Capital One has a lot of transfer partners, you can actually expect this to be way more than 1 cent per point. Meaning 75,000 miles equaling to $750 is actually a low redemption compared to all the benefits you can get. So let's go over an example of getting the absolute maximum value of your Capital One miles. So let's say we wanted to go one way LAX to London first class. Normally that would cost us $5,431.20, which is insane, guys. I am not paying that much for a single flight. However, if we were to use Capital One miles, it would only cost us 67,500 miles plus $876, which is a much more reasonable price. So in order to get the cent value of our miles, we need to do the cost of the actual travel over the points needed for travel times 100 to equal the cent value. So in our example, it would be $5,431.20 on the top portion, and on the bottom portion, it would be 67,500 miles plus $876 times 100. So therefore, our cent redemption for this flight would be 3.6 cents per point. So Capital One markets their miles as 1 cent per mile, but if you transfer them out to different partners, look at this example, you get 3.6 cents per mile. And this is why transfer partners are so amazing. If you were to get that 75,000 miles and book it through the Capital One travel portal, you would only get $750 in value. So just by transferring out to different partners like Virgin Atlantic in this situation, we get 75,000 times 3.6, which is like a way more value than $750. So whenever you get the sign-up bonus out of any of these credit cards, you never want to just go through their travel portal because you get 1 cent per point. Maybe for Chase, you get 1.25 or 1.5 times per point. But if you transfer them out to different partners like Virgin Atlantic, Singapore Airlines, or Cathay Pacific, you get way more value. So this sign-up bonus alone could take over the annual fee for many years to come. Now let's get on to part 2, which is going to be about the potential earnings. It's going to be 10 times miles on any hotels and rental cars that you book through Capital One Travel, 5 times miles on flights booked through Capital One, and 2 times miles for all of the purchases. I mean, these are decent. It's nothing really special. It's just a really travel card. But hey, 10 times points on hotels and rental cars, that's actually a lot of points. Now I do wish there were other earning potentials for this card, for example, like gas or dining, but it is a travel card. But hey, when you pair this with the Capital One Saver One card, it actually becomes a pretty powerful setup. Now the Capital One Saver One card has pretty cool multipliers for pretty cool categories. For example, it's going to be 3 times points on things like dining, groceries, popular streaming services, and entertainment. Now, when you pair the Venture X card with the Saver One card, it actually becomes a pretty powerful setup. You can use the Saver One to earn points, and you can use the Venture X to transfer out those points to different partners. So if you're thinking about getting the Venture X card, I actually highly recommend getting the Saver One card as well. Now, I do believe that the Amex Gold card actually destroys the Saver One card, but hey, that's for another video, guys. Now let's go to section 3, which is the main benefits of the card and what makes this card so powerful. The main benefit that you get from this card is a $300 travel credit when booked through Capital One Travel. Plus you get 10,000 anniversary miles every year that you have the card. This could be worth anywhere from $100 up to $360 like our example before. Now with the main travel benefits alone, you can see that this could be worth anywhere from $400 all the way up to $660, while the annual fee is only $395. And just from this benefit alone, you can see that the travel credits far outweigh the cost of $395. It also has a ton of travel partners, and I'll put all of them right here. My favorites on this list is definitely going to be Cathay Pacific, Singapore Airlines, and Flying Blue. It also comes with a $100 global entry or TSA pre-check credit. Most travel cards have this, but hey, it's still $100 if you don't have it yet, and it's a really cool perk. You get to skip the long lines at the airport, and I really hate the lines at the airport, so this perk really works out for me. Make sure to always redeem this for global entry because global entry also comes with TSA pre-check. It is kind of hard sometimes to get the global entry interview, however, so you had to come back from international travel in order to get it. So if you come back from international travel, try to come back to the US from anywhere from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. because that's when they're open for interviews. Next is that you get access to Capital One Entertainment. So Capital One Entertainment actually gives you access to hard to find tickets, like for example, Taylor Swift. It's really hard to get those tickets. This perk doesn't really matter to me anymore because I'm like 27 now. I'm pretty old, so that part of my life is kind of over, you know? Now, the real benefit of this card is that you get lounge access unlike any other card. You get access to the Capital One Lounge in Dallas and the Plaza Premium Lounges. However, the Plaza Premium Lounge is just doing Priority Pass, so it doesn't really matter anymore. But hey, you still get that from the Priority Pass that comes with the membership. But the real value in this card is in the Priority Pass. So let me explain. You can effectively bring up to 14 people with you to these amazing lounges all across Asia and Europe. Now, Priority Pass doesn't have that many lounges in America, but when you travel internationally, man, it opens your doors to beautiful lounges with really awesome buffets, free drinks, and just really awesome amenities. And there's nothing like going to these lounges at airports instead of just waiting on the chairs or something, sleeping on the floor. You can just go to these amazing lounges that have like really awesome food and beverages where you can just kind of relax on the really comfortable chairs and couches that they have there. So here's how it works. So Capital One actually allows you to get 4 free authorized users per one Venture X card. Now your Capital One Venture X card comes with Priority Pass, but what's really cool about this perk is that your 4 authorized users actually get their own unique Priority Pass memberships. So one Venture X card can give you 5 different priority passes. And now for priority pass, you can bring up to 2 guests with you per 1 priority pass membership. So 5 times 3 equals 15 members total. So effectively, one Venture X card can bring up to 15 different people into these lounges. So what's really cool about this perk too is that the original cardholder doesn't even have to be there when the authorized users decide to use priority pass. For example, I gave my mom an authorized user card for my Capital One Venture X card. And when she went to Korea, I didn't go with her. She used all the beautiful lounges in South Korea. Now, while I was dying at work, she was having a great time at these lounges and I wasn't even there. So as long as you trust whoever you're giving your authorized user card to, they can use priority pass and they can bring up to 2 guests with them as well. This perk alone is definitely what makes that annual fee worth it in my opinion. For one payment of $395, you get 5 different priority pass memberships. Sign me up. So if you want to bring all your friends, all your family, and all your significant others to these beautiful lounges that you can find through priority pass, then this is definitely the card for you. Now, lastly, let's get on to part number 4, which is going to be all the lesser known benefits and all the protections that the card has to offer. The first lesser known benefit is going to be the Visa Infinite benefits. Now, just like many other travel cards, this is going to be all the protections that you get from the card. You basically get extended warranties, return protection, auto rental collision damage waiver, and travel accident insurance. Second is no foreign transaction fees. So this is actually really nice. I mean, Amex also has no foreign transaction fees, but most places in Asia and Europe don't even accept Amex. So I just use my Capital One Venture X card for this. Third is going to be cell phone protection of up to $800 per claim and up to $1,600 annually. But in order to get this perk, you need to pay your phone bill on the Capital One Venture X card. Fourth is going to be Capital One Travel Premier Collection. Now this is going to be just like the Fine Hotels and Resorts program that the Amex Platinum card offers. Now it's really cool. There's a possibility to get free upgrades, free massages, free buffets, things like that. And hey, it really elevates your travel experience. Now there is a free subscription to the Cultivist, Gravity Haas, and Prior. You get a subscription to all of these, but they're honestly kind of weird and they're really niche. So I don't think anyone's actually going to get the benefit out of this. For example, I think the Cultivist is just like a socializing club where you can meet other people that like to travel, but I would just rather travel with my friends or my family or my significant other. I do think that the prior subscription could possibly be worth it. I mean, you do get access to like maybe like some museums, some travel experiences, and you can cut the line. So hey, maybe you can find benefit out of the prior subscription. So just like many other premium travel cards, benefits are pretty good and the protections are really good on this card as well. My favorite is definitely the auto rental collision damage waiver because it acts as primary coverage on your car rentals. When I rent out a car in places like Hawaii, this is definitely going to save me a lot of money because I don't have to buy the insurance on those cars. I also forgot to mention that the card actually offers a free Hertz President Circle status. And this is really cool. You get to skip the line. You also get access to really cool cards when you rent it out. So I'm definitely going to be using this perk when I go to Hawaii this summer. So yeah, the lesser known benefits are pretty good and the protections are pretty good as well. Just another reason to get the Venture X card. Overall, I think this card is really amazing, especially if you travel to Asia or Europe. I mean, my parents, my brother and his wife, my girlfriend and I have all used the lounges through one Capital One Venture X card. I do have a referral link down in the description below. It would really help me out and would really help out the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you want to learn more about the Amex Gold card, check out this video right here. I've been really enjoying making these videos for you guys and I hope you guys find it informative. So please like and subscribe if you like these videos. If you guys really want a premium travel card, I definitely recommend getting the Capital One Venture X card. So let me know if you got it down in the comments below and I'll see you guys in the next one.